Remember, you used to have hair back then, Nuradin. So the times have changed. Also, on top of that, hold on, please, Faz. It's important. It's important for you to pay attention to those things, because those kind of things affect how Sancho, all of a sudden there's problems with Sancho and communication. So the media side of things also is a precursor. Sorry, Nuradin, let me finish, please. It's a precursor.
Okay, I'm gonna come back. Yeah.
Yes, please. That's how it's meant. That's how it's designed, bro. So it's a precursor to what then happens on the pitch. So if you didn't care about what happened in the media, then you wouldn't have cared fully about what happened with Sancho. If you didn't care what happened in the media with Rashford, then you wouldn't care what happened on the pitch with Rashford. It's a precursor for it. So you have to understand those things, and you should give some fucks about it. Pay some fucks towards it, because then you understand what happens on the pitch, bro. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Can I come back? Listen, the most successful manager in Manchester United history, the most successful manager in Premier League history, one of the most successful coaches in world fucking football gave two fucks about fucking media. You know what he would do? Dig them out and go, fuck off your band. Get the fuck out of here. And you know what he will do? He will tell them Jackie Nori stories so they will write about it and then embarrass them the week after or 2 months later. So I'm sorry, Marcel. I have been brought up with a fucking manager who didn't give fuck about media. He gave a fuck about the players. And he's the type of manager, Marcel, that will never speak about a player in front of a fucking media. Never throw a fucking player under the bus. Never. You know what he would do? He would tell them quietly and get rid of that player. But he will never come out and say, this player did. Because you know what he realized? It looks bad on him. It looks bad on him. Why are you there? Why are you laundering the dirty fucking underwear on the fucking public? You wouldn't. Fergie would do it. So he didn't give a fucking journalist. He banned them. He never spoke to the BBC. You know, Match of the Day.
Yeah, he did.
I don't know how long he was. Rants, you remember? He never spoke to them. He always used to be Mickey Phelan coming out after matches. Never spoke to them for years. Till then, you know what? The BBC got a new director. They met with Fergie. They were like, come on, the biggest club in England, most successful. You're the win one, and we don't talk to you. They had to control him. So he acted like a dictator with the press. My point is this. That's not where Eric Ten Hag is going to fail or fucking be a success. Like Musa said, all roads lead to where? Fucking dugout. 3 o'clock on a fucking Saturday. 12:30. 7 o'clock on fucking that. That is it. Wednesday, Thursday, fucking Saturday. That is where it is. Not giving a fuck about. And you know what? The press. When your football is popping, when you're playing well, you don't have to fucking get into confrontations with them. You get sticky because people come for you and get emboldened because you're doing shit. And they know, because now most players have entourages, right? Fergie controlled all that, right? So you're not going to control all of those different things to be able to focus on the most important thing, which is the football. So this thing about Pep, do you think Man City or the Man City owners are asked about how Pep does on the press conference? They don't give a fuck. At the end of the season, does he bring the Prem? Does he bring trophies? Yes. Do you think Klopp sometimes would get into confrontation with Liverpool fans? Gave a fuck about that. They didn't. I give a fuck about when the players cross that white line. Are they playing for this manager? Are they willing to do anything possible on the football pitch to come on, go for that win? Are they going to do that? And I'm sorry for growing up with a manager and a culture like that. My bad. Bad.
Yeah,
can we just chip in as well?
Hold on. So one of those avenues lead to the media and the pitch and the dugout. Remember, you used to have hair back then, Nuradin. So the times have changed. Also, on top of that,
Marcel, the way you just casually just dropped that in, that was mad.
Also, on top of that,
I have to give him. He had to go for the cheap shot because he's just been educated.
It's just the way he just dropped it in.
It's the times have changed. I'm just.
Listen, you know me.
Can I finish?
I had my time, bro. I had my hairline. I had my time. Trust me. I had my time, and it was a choice. It was a choice.
Okay.
Nah, fair play, man. Let myself finish.
You have to remember that
there's no need for that,
changed
Marcel.
now.
No
The
need.
media,
No,
the
but that's what
media.
happens, when you get educated, innit? You know what they do when they get
Yeah,
educated.
it's irrelevant, man.
They have
No
to lash
time,
out,
man.
innit? So it's all good.
Okay.
That's all
Okay,
you need,
Neji.
bro.
Okay, Neji. Can I finish the rest of the? There was loads of relevant stuff to say.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
in silence, bro.
There was loads of relevant stuff to say. There was irrelevant stuff that he said, and then loads of relevant stuff to say. But I never get to say my relevant stuff, and then my irrelevant stuff gets accentuated. Thank you. So the times have changed, guys. That's the fact. You're talking about. Remember, you back then you was a different person. Back then, the media.
Times have changed. Times have changed.
Can I explain how before you cut me?
Football is still football, and the result is still result.
Yes.
League is still league. Ball that's played by 22 players is still 22 players.
Yes.
And nobody gives a fuck about what you say before, after the game. It's when you win or not. And the football your team plays. So I'm sorry, Marcel. What you're making me out to do now, I'm gonna predict what you'll say. Times have changed. You have to communicate your ideas. Nobody gives a fuck, bro. If you're mute, if you're deaf, if you got sign language. I've seen Bielsa. I saw Bielsa not speak a word of fucking English, right? Have an interpreter there and speak for him. And I've seen him bop fucking teams off the park, bring Leeds back to the Premier League.
You know why he had to have a communicator?
The football. You know how Bielsa communicated? Football. Everybody saw it.
No, but
saw it with their own eyes what they do.
They had to introduce a whole communicator because people wanted to hear what you had to say.
Can I be honest?
Part of the game now.
You man are arguing about interpreters and that. Love it.
We're not. This is not me. That's added this into this.
About interpreters.
I've not lowered it down to that.
He's added that in there. Eric can speak very good English. Yeah, he knows. He can even swear. Bro, he can speak good enough English for him to land the Manchester United job. You know, he can speak good enough English to take Ajax to the Champions League semi-final. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not about anything other than the man stepped up to a big club and he was just chatting to players willy-nilly. That's all it is.
But then again, Faz, to interject to that point, though, the people that hired Ten Hag weren't competent, though, as well.
Yeah,
you can
I hear
that,
but as a football manager, one of the first things you do in a club is build rapport with your players. They're your soldiers, and my man's falling out with his soldiers. And that's nothing to do with whether he can use grammar or English. And Ruud van Nistelrooy, after winning 2 trophies in PSV, ain't coming here to be my man's interpreter. He's coming here to add footballing knowledge, add football abilities on the pitch. That's what I'm expecting. Not Guten Tag and Morgen and all of that, and translate it to good morning and that. That's not what he's coming here to do. And the media thing, Nuradin, I hear what you're saying, that it's all about winning. When you win, you control the media. And both of you are actually right. This is the thing. You guys are disagreeing on weird things, but both of you are right. When he wins, wait, Nuradin, when he wins, he goes onto the media and he talks madness. Bro, he talks after the FA Cup. He's saying, "I'll go to another club and win trophies." Like he's some
Mandem.
Like
he's got to wait to say football. That. Do
you know what?
Yeah, hold that one.
No, Mandem. Listen, but Faz, what we're saying, Faz, but it got to a level for me, and it is what it is. Eric Ten Hag's our manager, but the club allowed it to get to a level of toxicity with the manager and the players that I just feel like it's going to be very hard for him to come back from. You see, when you get to the point, it's like the end of life when he's getting interviews and he's just saying the opposite of what we've just seen. The brother's gone. Did you man see the American presidential debate with Biden? He was moving like Biden at the end of the season. He was saying completely different things from what was happening on the pitch. He was telling us we're the most attacking and positive team and this and that. And you see, when you're just sinking. So they've pulled him out from the bottom of the ocean and resuscitated him, and they flung him back out there. And I don't think that, as much as even the people that Eric Ten Hag in, I just feel like so much went on, and I think it's going to be difficult for him to galvanize these group of players to do what he wants to do. Everyone's saying that they got Nuradin and they got this and they got that. Mandem. When you walk through the door and you see that same manager that had you up all year at a certain job, your whole, like everything leaves your body, your strength. You don't want to do anything. And everyone and players are human beings.
No, you're right. You're right.
Listen,
you're right. He fell out with enough players that were there.
Who Rants who? Maguire was surplus to clients, should have left seasons ago. Scott McTominay, surplus to clients.
Brother, out of our main players, his relationships, with a lot of these key players are not what they seem, bro. Rashford, Bruno, a lot of these brothers, their relationship with the manager is not as good as you believe. Trust me, brother.
I disagree.
Like a lot of these.
I disagree, Bruno.
You can disagree. I know it to be true otherwise, so I don't care what you disagree with. Respectfully,
you don't even